What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Twitchy here with more Awaken Chaos content. We've got more Guild Wars, and we will be debuting another rare hero that was just recently buffed in this last balance patch. They've completely changed, in my opinion, in their role. I feel like they're absolutely worth drafting, picking, putting in your teams, all of it, because they can do essentially what an RGB hero was doing before. So if you do enjoy this video, make sure to like, make sure to subscribe if you want to see my future videos, and let's get into this. Now, before we actually get into the battles, I do want to talk about my current guild situation. Now, I've been a part of the Minutemen Alliance for a long time. And unfortunately, time seems to be the killer for a lot of top guilds in these mobile games, really, because you just fall out of love with these games. You know, the game takes a wrong direction, you're less active, you just have less commitment to these games, and that's completely understandable because Ace has been going for 2 years, and right now I feel like we're kind of in the decline of the game, I'd say, just because there's a lot of unhappiness with the community, but also I feel like some people are kind of expecting a little more than they should be, but also I feel like the developers are making it to where the community is just unhappy. It feels like they're not being listened to. It feels like there's not a lot of transparency within the community, so people are just worried. Really, just to boil things down, people are worried about what's gonna happen, what's next. You know, we've got our 2-year anniversary coming up. We haven't really had any news, so yeah, that's a little worrisome. 2 years, some people are worried about the game shutting down. I'm not so much worried about the game shutting down, just because we're kind of used to this treatment from Ace. These developers, you know, they're not really on top of everything. They don't celebrate every holiday. We've just seen these actions before, so I'm not really too worried yet. Maybe I should be. Let me know down below in the comments if you're worried. But I do just want to talk about the guild situation. Due to all of these circumstances, we have lost quite a few members. You know, it's been hard to keep our guild full of 30 active, willing to grow members throughout, you know, all this time that Minutemen has been in Awaken Chaos's community. So with that said, I will be moving to Classyman. Classyman was a part of the Minutemen Alliance. Things happened, now they're not. So, but I do hope that we can all, you know, stay in touch, right? We've got Discord servers, we've got Facebook communities. We're all just playing this game together. What it boils down to. Rivalries aside, all that fun business to kind of keep you motivated and playing the game. We're all just trying to enjoy this game together with the time that we have remaining with it. So I just want to let you guys know I will be making the move, but I do not recommend joining Minutemen Alliance. I want to just take a second to kind of shout them out, because I have grown so much, I've learned so much, I've made so many friends in this alliance, not just in this Minutemen guild, because remember guys, there's like 9 different guilds, players of all different progressions, and everyone can kind of just communicate in this Discord server. So a lot of great things can happen because there's a lot of creative people. There's people from throughout the worlds that you can talk with and meet, and I just absolutely recommend it because it does keep you playing these kind of games throughout these declines, throughout time, and whatever. All right, enough of that. Join Minutemen Alliance if you guys are looking for an active guild, or the Classyman Alliance. I know they're also recruiting, but I just want to recommend for you guys to check out active guilds, because that's definitely what keeps you playing here. Let's go to the battle. Alrighty, our first opponent's gonna be Yad Piad. He's got a really scary defense. He's rocking a unkillable defense, and you can't really bring in supports because he has the newer LD Will See in there. So it's gonna be fun to take out. Team number 2 is kind of a turtley, tanky comp surrounding Adeline as the carry. You can't Cordelia it because there is a karma there, so that might be an issue, but if you can take out Adeline first right away, we really shouldn't be really shouldn't have too much to worry about. So for our team number 1, we're going to be bringing in Crazed Urzag. He's on the dragon scale build that we showcased the other day. Also immunity set to help him survive any debuffs. Yeah, he was an amazing damage dealer, and I feel like he's really good into Light Yolandas right now, so that's kind of why we're bringing him here. Light Nick, I like Light Nick with Guan Yu. If you don't have Light Nick, you can substitute him for like Fire Meliza or another fast initiator, but they can't be a support, otherwise they're going to be nullified the very first round. So there's that, but I am rocking Light Nick on a resonance damage dealing set just because it synergizes really well with the Guan Yu crazed combo that we've got going on. We also have Borden. I really like Borden going into the Nick Bros, or anybody that can be killed through their unkillable outside of Odiric. So Borden, just in case we need some additional damage, we've got him on Aubry set. He is fully booked, so don't really be too intimidated by the stats. I don't think he really needs to be booked. I just think it helps him do more than just killing somebody that was already set up, because you kind of need more than that. Once you get into these higher battles, you kind of need someone that fulfills multiple roles, especially with all these broken LDs nowadays. So there's that. And then also Guan Yu, we've got him on a resonance set that I've been really enjoying because he can actually proc himself, make himself joint attack if this resonance does activate, so that's always fun. And of course this is just a hybrid tanky damage dealing build, no speed on him because he does not need speed, especially since, you know, there's a lot of LDs here. Our team number 2, we've got Garanol. We're doing a Garanol cleave, boys. Essentially, we're treating Aubry like we would be using Halia. So that's a really nice thing, especially since Halia is banned, or if Halia is ever banned for other content going forward down the road, because I have heard some speculation of Ace potentially implementing the ban system in other contents, but we'll see, because we all know how things are going right now. But anyways, we're using Aubry like Halia, so you guys know what that means. Give Aubry triple raider, give him some speed, give him some focus too, because we want to be using him with the water prison spell. He's really nice for setting that up, because you're already giving him speed. He already kind of needs focus to apply this no positive effect debuff if you're making use of that. So yeah, that's you give him some tankiness too, because you want him to survive to make use of this trait that just got buffed up. Very, very, very nice. We're also going to be using Rosalie, but here is Garanol's build for anybody I was wondering. We've got her on Avarice. You don't need her to be on Raider, but I have farmed Ashe quite a bit, so my Raider pieces have really good attack percents. That's pretty much what it comes down to. What pieces you have, how good they are. I wouldn't really try to force sets too much until down the road when you have like a really, really good variety. Anyways, her relics, attack percent, definitely. Attack percent, you just want as much attack on her because she deals attack difference damage. And then next up we've got Rosalie. She's gonna be here to kind of attack into Karma. I hope this goes right in my mind. I hope this goes okay, because so far we're gonna be skill 2ing into Garanol. Garanol ults. Adeline is stunned up because we use Water Prison on her. People die. If Karma is still alive, Rosalie's gonna go into her, and then there's gonna be some splash damage. If Karma is not alive, I feel like we're still okay, because we've got Rosalie on like a tankier dragon scale build. We do have her on immunity too, because that really helps against Adeline's debuff round 1. That is our Rosalie. And then last but not least, Tashir. I really do like Tashir. I don't recommend booking your Tashirs. As sad or as happy as I am to use her in certain scenarios, I don't feel like she's necessary. I feel like she's gotten power crept quite a bit. So unless they like buff her to where her damage sharing positive effect can't be removed, or something else, Some other changes, I feel like she'll never be really crazy meta outside of PvP offense, but we have Tashir here to help speed us up, because I feel like he might have guard, he might have immunity on some of his guys, so that's going to give us some speed as well as some extra mitigation from this damage sharing, because I don't believe they shouldn't be able to strip her damage sharing buff. So when no one can strip her, she is amazing. She like can mitigate so much, and she's also really tanky and fast, so we can go ahead and pop this ult off, get that mitigation going. And then she's got cleanse too. She's got some RNG crowd control on her basic if things go bad, but hopefully don't have to worry about that. Anyways, yeah, spells used, revive, smoldering flames for the top team. We're going to be using smoldering flames probably with Lightnick or maybe even Guan Yu. Water prison, last breath for the team number 2, because we are going to be water prisoning that Adeline. Let's get into this. I'm kind of nervous. Actually really nervous, because Will C is OP. She's really strong, but you can kind of work around her. But everyone else is kind of unkillable right now, you know what I mean? So I think we just go ahead and... yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and ult. Maybe that was the wrong move. Maybe it wasn't. Okay, nice. So even though Borden got hit with her cooldown special effect, he still got the cooldown. Wait, never mind. Okay. Guys, I'm tripping. The cooldown is on their special effects. Sorry about that. He did get the cooldown, so we can't be using his skill 2. We can still ult though, so we're just gonna go ahead and... who do we want to go into? Who is... I feel like we can kill Dark Nick before he moves. So let's just go ahead and ult Light Nick. And then we're gonna go ahead and use this spell here to get some more really nice damage. We're gonna go ahead and basic. Nice, we do go into is there an issue? No. Okay, so we should AoE here. Take these stacks down from Dark Nick. Okay. I was scared for a second, boys, but I totally forgot that Guan Yu joints with Craze spin, so that's why I really like this combo. Try it out if you do have Craze, if you do have Guan Yu. If you have Resonance set, the synergy is just amazing. So, round number 2, team number 2, we're gonna start off by stunning up this... wow, okay, so no immunity on anybody. We've got guard on Badmar, so only 1 speed buff. Kind of unfortunate, but I feel like we're okay. So we're gonna stun up Adeline. We're gonna skill 2 into Garanol, because before this would just give her a bonus turn at the end of the round. Now it gives her an instant turn. Really nice change. Do we do big boy damage? Yes, we absolutely do. Holy cow. I feel like we can buff up her to just do some decent damage into Adeline. She wasn't going to counter because she was stunned up. That's okay. And we can just go ahead and basic. And now we're okay. We're in good hands. Because we have sustain from Aubry's trait. We have mitigation now from Tashir. There's no way Badmar can solo us, right? Hopefully he doesn't... nah, there's no way he can even kill anybody, because we're just going to get healed back up. So I really like Aubry's instant bonus turn. Let's go to the next battle. We've got our second opponent, Butt Stuff. His first team, he's rocking Adeline, Ralph, Atara, SSA. So he's got double mitigation plus 2 bruisers. So there is no cleanser here, so automatically my go-to is probably going to be Cordelia. I do like Freya because of the interaction between her and SSA, so I do want to try to bring her in there as well. Of course, Aubry, because I feel like we might be able to Garanol nuke this potentially. For the team number 2, he has Light Nick, he's got Guan Yu, he's got Dark Orc, and he also has Fire Melissa. So really aggressive. We're going to be taking a lot of damage plus some control. So automatically we need some cleanse. We need some way of countering this Dark Orc. So Karma, Royce, Kelowna are usually the go-to. They're very popular picks. For Light Nick, typically Badmar is really good against him, as well as doubling up on a mitigator. So I could bring an Atara myself because I don't have Ralph, but Ralph would also work. He does have Guan Yu, so that means we're going to be jointed right off the rips. So we kind of have to build our heroes so they can withstand that joint attack or not get one shot. I do believe it is RNG to who the joint attack goes into, and then Fire Melissa to speed up his Light Nick. So we are going to be playing for turn 2 against this his number 2 team. That means we're going to be doing, so once again to reiterate, Garanol, basically a Garanol cleave, Aubry, Cordelia, and Freya for top team. We went over Garanol earlier, but she is in an Avarice set. Aubry's triple raider here. Cordelia is just on a fun resonance tanky HP set with guard. You just want to make sure that she's staying alive as long as possible to get off her morphs to get that extra value, because really essentially if she stays alive she could single-handedly take out every single member here on his team. And then Freya, of course, we've got some focus on her triple raider to apply the water prison. So for this team number 2, we've got Crazed Urzag to just be a really good bruiser, because they did buff him up to where if you throw him in Dragon Scale at A0, he will take 0 or 1 damage, basically nothing, because of how the reduction stacks together with Dragon Scale and his block stacks. So just remember that, guys. Fun fact, if you do have max block stacks plus Dragon Scale against raw DPS, you really shouldn't be taking too much damage. There are a few exceptions like Dark Nick and Oderic, just because of how their damage is calculated, but it is a nice little way of making him get additional survivability to make him fulfill that bruiser role even more. But anyways, we've got Badmar to counter the Light Nick to hopefully give us additional healing. We also have Atara for the mitigation, the additional defense, and then we've got Karma to counter this Dark Orc and essentially be another damage dealer right there. But for the builds, we've got Atara on a Dragon Scale Raider, some speed, some focus, priority on defense of course, and then some HP. For Badmar, we've got him on Dragon Scale, Immunity, some speed, HP priority of course, and then some resistance just to help him out in the long game against people who don't really build high focus to resist those debuffs. Let's, yeah, I think we covered everything. Surf spells for these teams. Team number 1, we've got Last Breath, Water Prison, because we do plan on using the Water Prison on Adeline. For team number 2, we've got Water Prison, Last Breath, because I don't know, Water Prison might come in handy, but we don't really have a set game plan for it right now. Anyways, let us get into this. Alrighty, so we do strip this Adeline. I do want to stun up Adeline, as I said earlier, and then I'm thinking I kind of want to debuff this this SSA. Just to give him the bonus turn, and so he gets more from Cordelia. Wait. Okay, hold on. Oh my gosh. Guys, I think I just threw. I totally forgot. Freya counters SSA, or she counters people who gets bonus turns because she applies the rare debuff Stagnation. Cannot go. Oh my gosh. I cannot. I should have just basicked with her. Okay, no. I'm still a new Freya user, so that's yeah, that's definitely, I mean, that's nice that SSA doesn't get that additional turn, but I'm kind of worried we aren't going to be able to kill everyone that we want to. Okay, we for sure have to morph this SSA. Okay, good basic. Good solid damage, and the sustain from Aubry is actually really handy. We basic into her because why not, right? Do we just ult? I think we just ult. Yeah. Try to kill Adeline as fast as possible. Oh wait, hold on. No, we should not have ulted. Should not have ulted. We should have basic attacked to Adeline because Atara did cleanse the morph from this SSA, but we're still okay. Somehow, some way, there's just not like a crazy amount of burst. Aubry is keeping us alive, so that's exciting. That is a really nice buff on Aubry. I mean, it wasn't like a crazy increase to his heal either. It just jumped from 25 to 35, but being able to proc every time you get a single attacked is amazing. Like, there's not like an actual cooldown on it. It's basically anytime someone hits you below 50%, you're gonna get healed. If it's an AoE, it's gonna be the main target. So there's that. It's not like super amazing against AoE abilities, but against people that, you know, run out of gas outside of maybe just their ult being AoE, it is amazing. This was a great change indeed. We inted like 4 times during that battle and somehow we're still winning. So I would say Aubry's buff was it was an A+. Definitely changed him. So Badmar does get... Okay, Badmar might be getting killed, which isn't too bad because... Alright, I'm stunning up Guan Yu. Sorry, I had to analyze the battle. See who is moving next. Guan Yu is coming up, and I don't think we have enough damage to really take him out right away. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and ult onto Light Nick, give him the big attack down. I'm thinking since, I mean, he's got 6k left, I think we could ult here. And yeah, Light Nick should be going down now pretty soon. We can ult literally anybody. As long as we get a kill with this, we should be getting 2 spins. And I think everybody's deado. So Craze Urzag buff was definitely insane. I would say if you have A2 Crazed, he was probably the winner of this recent balance patch for sure. But guys, let's go to the next opponent. What was gonna be our final opponent for today's video? Let's check out his teams. He's rocking a unkillable, really aggressive, all damage dealer Team A, and a bruiser anti-control, maybe fast, maybe tanky Dophilia to mess up turn order. So okay, we're definitely gonna have our work cut out for us today. I do plan on bringing Cordelia because I didn't see like a hard cleanser in this team number 1. Hopefully she doesn't get killed right away, because if she does, we're gonna be in a lot of trouble. We're also gonna be bringing in our Aubry, because I think Aubry plus another really good burst damage dealer like Rick, like Garanol, etc. The synergy is just really good because I can instant bonus turn into my Rick. He can get off 2 ults as long as he kills somebody. So hopefully that's some good stuff. I don't know. I'm a little worried. We might be having to avoid Dark Nick until the very end. But with Dark Nick's buff, it actually might hurt us a little bit. If he sacrifices enough HP to make him control immune, we might have some issues with him. But we'll have to worry about that when we get there, right? Odiric, we absolutely do plan on morphing him first with our Cordelia. We also plan on water prisoning him. I think Adeline, if we do ult into her, she should get morphed with her bonus turn as well, and hopefully we should be able to snipe both Adeline and Guan Yu round 1 with Rick. For our team number 2, we've got Craze Urzag, we've got Badmar, we've got Atara, and we've got Karma to counter his Orc, of course. Atara and Badmar just for additional healing and additional mitigation. Atara might not be crazy useful here because these guys kind of ignore defense a lot, so she might be a wasted pick. But I was thinking she might also help keep Crazed alive. Yeah, I think that's the go-to pick, because I mean Shane's really not the way here, because Dophelia, she counters buffs, so I'm feeling like this is definitely the move. Of course, Grey Zurzak, because we've been having fun with him. He's a really good bruiser. He's got really good damage after you have him A2 now. Yeah, so Rick, I think Rick might be the only one we haven't really showed the builds for. Rick is on triple raider, speed, crit damage. I've been testing whether or not I want to use his true strike or just crit capping him, and I've been kind of leaning more towards the crit cap just because I like that consistent damage. And then precision. So yes, we will be using revive spell, water prison for team A, because we do plan on stunning up the Odiric. For yeah, for team number 2, we are using the same setup, because we do plan on just stunning. I don't know if actually, hold on, we might not use this yeah, I don't think water prison's really gonna help us out too much. I mean, it potentially it might help us out against Dark Orc, but I don't think he's gonna really survive long enough to where it's actually useful. We might just go with like maybe like a heal. Heal might be worthwhile. So yeah, let's get into this. See how this goes. Let's make sure okay, so we got leader skills, good. Wish me good luck, guys. It's gonna be a scary one for sure. Okay, so we start off by applying, oh my gosh, I actually really like this from Freya. We apply the no positive effect on Dark Nick. That is that not just the most amazing luck ever? And then we just go ahead and water prison this Odiric. I'm trying to decide whether or not I want to basic onto this hold on, can we kill Guan Yu? We might be able to just kill Guan Yu. Yeah, let's ult into Guan Yu. Or actually, let's ult into, yeah, I'm thinking Guan Yu is the guy. So real quick, guys, I just want to share this interaction. So for anybody that was thinking before we started the battle, don't do this, Rick is the highest attack, he's gonna get the buff from Odiric. So a nice little interaction, stealth completely counters this the debuff that Odiric applies, the Reaper's Grasp. So it goes to the next highest attack out of stealth. So because Rick is in stealth, it goes to Aubry, so you can kind of have some fun tuning there. I'm not sure it's like insanely useful, but it does, I don't know, it's a nice little fun fact. So let's go ahead and, yeah, I feel like we might basic into Dark Nick. This is higher kill potential, and then we can go ahead and ult into Guan Yu, and then we go ahead and let's ult into our Rick again, because we're just gonna go right here. We do get invincible from the counterattack. That's actually really nice. And then, okay. So it didn't go accordingly to plan, because she morphed, or Adeline turned to her other form, and she is actually not morphable. But I guess it kind of worked out, because we could just go ahead and, I think we just go ahead and morph Odiric. We don't really have anything to worry about, because he's gonna ult into Freya. She has the invincibility applied, and then we're gonna, yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and kill her. There's no way she can RNG 4-hit it. So next battle. I really like Aubry, guys. I really feel like Aubry has changed from being completely useless to actually fulfilling that support role. Even more so if you have him A2, but also we haven't really been utilizing his cleanse at all, really. We've just been using his instant bonus turn, and that's, well, and his healing from his trait, and that's pretty much been enough for us. So here we are just going to, let's go ahead and attack down this Karma. I feel like it might be hitting it like really hard once it pops this ult. So we get the heal from Badmar. That's why I really like Badmar into Dark Ophelia. And then she does try to ult into Badmar as well and deflex. So even better. Okay, so we finally get some really good counters from Karma here. And then this is kind of why Crazed Urzag is really good into Dark Hazel, because of these buffs. Even though we're silenced right now, he's still, because he's at max rage as soon as we... Okay, let's just figure out. I think we just go ahead and ult into Dark Hazel to do as much damage as possible. And then he's going to do the spinning wheel. If we do strip, which we do strip, it's going to deal a lot of damage. So Crazed Urzag is kind of a soft counter into Dark Hazel, I'd say. And he's just getting better and better after all of these buffs. Now that he actually deals some really threatening damage, I feel like he's in a great spot now. And Badmar, skill 2, because, you know, we ignore resistance anyways. We're going to try to nuke everybody, and there we go. We 2-0 everybody successively. And this is actually going to be our last war with Minutemen. So it's kind of an emotional one. We're going to be on the other side of the road fighting Minutemen, probably fight. It's probably going to be between yeah, Minutemen, GG, well played, fine, in extreme. It's going to be a toss-up, really. So I'm excited to see how that works out. But I do want to say thank you to the Alliance, because I've spent a lot of time with you guys. I've developed a lot of friendships. This is not the end. Guys, please don't hate me, because I am moving with Classy Men. Don't hate me. I'm just DM away. We're still going to be, you know, in the same community, playing the same game together, just different guilds. And guys, if you did enjoy today's video, if you found some extra strategies, if you think Aubry is actually worth using now, please thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.